Okay, so I'm Nick Warren. I'm here with Thomas Power, and we've been doing this Tower of Thomas thing. And what's interesting is when you start to look at the tweets going along, some of them pop up, and some of them getting more engagement. It's not that surprising that certain, the first tweet in the sequence gets a lot of attention, but when something inside the sequence of 60 or so tweets starts to get liked and shared more, we want to just dig into it a little bit. So the tweet we're going to talk about is tweet 6. So stand for something, be human, authentic, be someone. A product is not enough, whatever you're selling. All right, so I just want to talk about that a little bit. And obviously it's resonating with people, Thomas, but for me, I guess from the businessman inside me, I sort of feel like it's a nice thing for a mug or a t-shirt, but what do you actually, if you dig into it, what's the value of being yourself or being authentic?
I think what's happened, Nick, is if you look at the world we live in now, which revolves around Trump, China, Brexit, Nigel Farage, Conservative Party elections, Facebook, Google, Apple, Twitter, is unless somebody has a personality, that you don't have to necessarily like the personality.
Yeah.
Unless people have a personality and stand for something, even if you disagree with their something, people won't engage with you at all. And if your brand doesn't have a personality and it's an engineer's dream, you can't even get someone's attention. And so you have to associate a human with the product, and you've got to be able to grasp it in an instant. And if there isn't that instant grasp, there's no engagement whatsoever. A classic example of that is with the Tory party election for choosing the next prime minister. I'm not sure whether there's 11, 12 or 13 in the race now, so that's confusing.
Yeah.
But the only person that people kind of know is Boris. And he's got lots of pluses and lots of minuses, but he's a personality like Trump and like Farage. So we've got this like personality politics. And this personality politics has come into business and come into brands. And you can't content marketing your way through. You can't features and benefits your way through unless you've got a face, a personality and a brand that people say, oh yeah, I know Nick Warren. I like that guy. I know what he stands for. I like his values. And then I might consider his product or his services. Yes. If you take somebody like Elon Musk, who's not spending money on advertising, he's kind of selling cars, electric cars off his Twitter profile. Notice Elon Musk has 25 million followers on Twitter. Tesla itself, the car company, have got 90% less followers.
That's a great example.
Okay. So when you go to Tesla, you go for an electric car. You don't go for lunch with Elon Musk.
So if you take something like Innocent, though, Innocent, the drinks, have a very well-defined brand, a very well-defined personality, but it's all heading in the same direction. The tide is going in one direction. I understand that. Whereas you'll post something about blockchain or crypto or whatever next to something about Love Island. Now that's quite a different kind of thing. So what, if we talk about being authentic, and authentic is one of those words that's becoming more and more devalued the more people say it, because it sort of means like trust. It's like trust me. It's sort of like that. But you really are apparently putting it all out there. And I just wonder, because, I understand how a personality in one direction works, but you seem to be spreading in a lot of different directions.
Yes, because I want people to know the whole person. Because the reality is we change our minds all the time. Ideas are coming into our minds all the time. And if you take your example of you going to see your 98-year-old friend yesterday, to talk about his life or D-Day or his contribution or the Second World War. I don't even know what his role was. But that's part of defining Nick Warren's values to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? It's not to do with mastermind. It's not to do with crypto. It's not AI. It's not blockchain. It's not digital. It's not the Tao. But it defines who you are. And it creates more value around you. And I think, oh, I like him even more now. But it's not a tweet. It's not a post. It's not content marketing. It's not blogging a product. It's defining you by your time spending with him. And obviously then when you sent me the photo after you'd been with him, it's like, wow.
Yeah.
I can be answering an email on crypto or blockchain to somebody while I'm watching Love Island with Penny and the kids. And I always love, who's the guy who does Would I Lie to You? Rob Brydon.
Yeah.
He always says, oh, you want to be down with the kids. Down with the kids. Down with the kids. And because I'm 55, watching Love Island, it's all boobs and muscles, isn't it? I feel like I'm down with the kids, trying to understand the culture of not just the show, the competition of winning the dating show, but the way they interact with Instagram, the way they interact with Facebook. You download the app each time. They're reminding you to vote all the time. Don't forget to vote. Download the app. Post here's the hashtag for Twitter. Here's the hashtag for Instagram. They're constant. It's like an interactive experience with your phone, with your laptop, with the telly, and I think, well, that's how the kids want to engage with a show.
Yeah.
Very, very primitive, basic show that they all adore. I mean, 4 million people watch it every night. That's quite a lot of kids watching it. Yeah. And, the mums and dads are watching it as well. That's the reality of interacting in a conversation with a brand, because Love Island is the brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Albeit the product is a dating show. And I think, well, if that's the way the world is now interacting with a company, a product, a brand, that's how you need to interact with your following.
Like, it's almost like petals on a flower, isn't it? There's different things, different audiences, different parts of you. Like I might say, okay, well, I like gaming, I like sailing, I've written novels, whatever it is, and there are different parts of my audience, or I've been in business. There are different parts of my audience for whom those things will resonate. Do you think about that consciously at all, or is it really, because it almost seems to be stream of consciousness with you sometimes, and I find, as someone I'm quite controlling, I suppose, about the message, I find that quite interesting and scary.
It's a great question, Nick. I think it's both. It is a stream of consciousness, but I am also thinking about the audiences. Because, again, if you think about you and the process we've got into with Mastermind, the stories, your novels, the story with your daughter, the experience of you knowing about our daughter, all the Tao, the agency background, writing novels, the chat yesterday, understanding you is complex. And now you've just thrown in sailing, right? The reality is, when you're a brand or a board member or an executive, you're very focused on the product, the service, the customer, the share price. And I don't think that works anymore.
Okay. I
really just don't think it works anymore, because we're living in a world where effectively attention is the product.
Yes.
And if you can't hold attention, you're dead. And I think what the brands have failed to do, or individuals have failed to do, they've realized is you've got to get attention first, and then decide what it is your story or your product or service might be.
Yeah.
Because the problem at the other end of this tape, this video recording, I still call it tape, you see, is we've got messages coming in on WhatsApp, on Facebook Messenger, notifications on Instagram, emails coming in on Gmail, emails coming in on Outlook 365. They're overwhelmed with information coming at them. So to actually give you their attention, they've got to take away a notification and go, delete that notification. I'll give my attention to Nick Warren on the towel. Oh, sorry, I've been interrupted by Love Island. Oh, Trump's on the phone. Oh, it's D-Day.
So what we're saying is, to bring it back to that tweet, authenticity, it's not about a t-shirt, but what it is a way that it's an opportunity for you to cut through the noise, engaging with lots of different people in lots of different ways, because you're a complex person.
Yes, and I think I just say the risk of saying cut through suggests taking something else out.
Right.
And I don't think that's quite right either, because I think humans are complex characters. We have complex lives. There's a lot of things in our lives now. And I think you have to get yourself onto someone else's consideration list.
Got it.
Right? And so when you see that person, you know the whole person. People's desire to put things in boxes. Humans do not belong in boxes.
No.
There's too much data. I mean, look at you. You've got your black T-shirt. You've got your books. You're in your office, in your garden. You've got your sailing thing. You've got your guy yesterday. You've got your agency. You've got your daughter. You've got your town. Now you've got Mastermind. I mean, I've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah.
20 data points just staring at you. And so I think people will have to decide what outcome do they want when they're connecting with people online. And companies are focused on sales or service or product or delivery or quality. And I don't think they know how to engage with people to get near their product, their quality. And I think Elon Musk is demonstrating how he can sell 20,000 cars a month on Twitter with no advertising. And if you take Donald Trump or Nigel Farage, I pick those as two characters that stand out worldwide. They're putting on a show. They're putting on a TV show. This is television. This is like Love Island. It's their version of Love Island. And every brand has got to put on that TV show. Every brand has got to have that personality before they even get to the product or service.
Brilliant. Well, that's given me some things to think about, Thomas. Thanks very much. Okay, I think we'll leave it there. We'll cut it. If you're listening in audio, I'm the young, handsome one, and Thomas is the wizened Gandalfian experienced figure. And thanks very much for listening or watching. Bye.